Jackson for the point. Back to better through the block and down. Good. Back to pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Leif Bakken, and we have got some volleyball action for you tonight on yourliveevent.com as the Hawley Nuggets are hosting the East Grand Forks Green Wave tonight in a out-of-section match, but it is 8-2A volleyball in Minnesota once again, and we'll be coming back from Hawley on Thursday and next Monday, so be ready for that as we get to talking about our two teams. The East Grand Forks Green Wave coming into this one with a record of 7-13 overall. Hawley is 10-2 on the season. The East Grand Forks Green Wave have been to quite a few tournaments we've seen them at, and unfortunately, which we'll hear from Coach Paula Devine here in just a bit, but she talked about how they've had some pretty close ones in a couple of situations, but unfortunately they just couldn't get things put together all the way through on some of those tournament plays and some of their other play. So really unfortunate there, but watching the junior varsity match, if you were here on yourliveevent.com watching that one, the Green Wave came out and won that first set 25-20. They had a pretty good lead, and then the Nuggets crawled back in. It also kind of went the other way, or same way I should say, in set two, where the Green Wave took a pretty good lead, and then we saw the Nuggets come back and win 25-20. Then in set three, it was a big lead to start things off for the Green Wave, but a 15-13 switch around as the Nuggets would go ahead and win 2-1 in that junior varsity match here tonight. And then you could see the C match on the other side. Since then, we've pulled our bleachers out. We've got the band playing, and they are doing a good job. Glad to hear the Hawley High School band. I played in the band, so I always appreciate some live music and appreciate it at a volleyball match as well. So we'll listen to some of their tunes as we go along. And again, glad to have you along for the ride tonight for this volleyball evening. Lots of volleyball happening across the region as yourliveevent.com covers most of it. Climax Fisher is at Mahnomen Waubun. We have North Dakota volleyball, where it's a junior high, actually. That one was started about an hour ago. Hope Page versus Central Cass. East Grand Forks here at Hawley. Enderlin and Lisbon in North Dakota Region 1 girls volleyball. Shanley and West Fargo EDC. And then Park River and Hillsborough Central Valley in Region 2 North Dakota girls volleyball. So that's exciting. We've got more volleyball coming up on Thursday, football on Friday, and then we're back to some football and volleyball come Monday. So we'll see how that all goes here. Glad to have you along here. yourliveevent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company, along with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. I'm Leif Bakken, and I'm going to remind folks now that thank everybody you see on this broadcast. Those advertisers in the corner that you see rolling there, and those we see during our ad breaks, which we're about to take in just a bit. If you see any of those businesses, just say thank you for making the games possible from Hawley, Minnesota, on yourliveevent.com. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about these two teams. Specifically, we're going to get to our coaches' comments for our pregame show. Paula Devine for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, and of course, we have Kathleen Rusted, who's the head coach of the Hawley Golden Nuggets. We'll have those coming up in just a bit. Thanks for tuning in on yourliveevent.com. Don't go anywhere.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
On YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Leaf Bakken, as we're talking with East Grand Forks Green Wave head coach of the varsity volleyball team, Paula Devine. And Coach, you guys have done quite a few games up to this point, between some tournaments and some regular season play, so you got to appreciate having those tournaments to work on things a little bit, and then you get to go into conference play and a little bit out of section play and just see a lot of teams, and that's the nice part about volleyball. It's kind of a decently long season.
Oh, it's fast and furious, and it doesn't cover a lot of time, but we're very busy. The Saturday tournaments, we play 3 of them, definitely makes our weeks full. And it's kind of nice to, like you said, get to see some other teams. So it's been good experience. We've had tons of close matches. Unfortunately, we haven't won as many of those close ones as we've lost, but I feel like we're definitely improving.
And that's always great to hear. Speaking of improving, who do we need to watch for tonight? I see you've got a slug of seniors on this team and a couple of younger players as well, but you've got a lot of experience, so there's going to be some people to watch tonight.
Yeah, well, at the beginning of the year, I'd say we had no experience because I only had one returner. Lots of seniors that had never played varsity before, but they've really grown up now this year and matured and, gotten lots of playing time, so I feel more like it's a senior-dominated team than I did a month and a half ago. Kendra Emery, she's our one returner from last year. She leads us and kills. She's very much a leader on the court, both in the front row and the back row, both physically and mentally. She leads us, so watch out for her. We have a junior, Ava Pena, who's new to our program this year, who's really come on as of late. So watch for her. They're both outside hitters. And then in the middle, we have an excellent junior blocker, Haley Robertson, and then a freshman in the middle, Addison Cuyava, has really gotten, she went from 8th grade ball last year to varsity, so it's been fun watching her improve by leaps and bounds throughout the season as well.
And that's always fun as a coach, too, to be able to see that growth and see the improvements for all your players, and especially, like you said, seniors who haven't played before, so that's really good to hear that the improvement over a month and a half has been exceptional in what you can see.
Yes, definitely. We have some senior right side hitters that have really stepped up, and some senior back row players that have really stepped up. Morgan Kovar in the back row playing libero has done a nice job. Had never played it before this year, so a new position to her, but she's really starting to get comfortable back there, which is positive.
So now coming to Hawley, I imagine watching some film. What do your girls need to do to take care of business tonight?
Well, we've kind of been really working on our defense as of late, so our blocking, we need to get up there and block some of the good hitters, and then just be in position defensively to pick up other things, and just try to keep ourselves in the game and give ourselves some swings.
Excellent. Coach Paula Devine for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
On YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Leaf Bakken with head coach of the Hawley Nuggets for volleyball. It's Kathleen Rusted. And Coach, you've invited the Green Wave of East Grand Forks down, but I want to take a step back to last week against your rival. You take it in 5 sets at DGF. Must have been an exciting one, but you never want it to go to 5, of course.
It was very exciting. That was a battle for sure. It was like a teeter-totter going back and forth. There was adjustments made on both sides of the court. People were coming out ready to play. Great shots, great digs, great defense. All around, I think both teams played very hard. I was very happy with the girls coming together in the end, making things happen when it needed to.
That's awesome. Congrats on that. Puts you at 10-2 on the season, and then you invite East Grand Forks into the gym tonight. And what are we going to look for tonight when it comes to this opponent?
Passing and serving. I think that's going to be the key, passing and serving. They have a good outside, so our outside defense better be on their toes too. So I think they're excited we got back on home court.
One thing that I noticed, and I haven't addressed too much on air, and we haven't talked about yet, is you don't have a libero. And so what's the decision in that? Is it just because maybe there's not enough people to quite fit that role, or is it just a choice that you made as a coach that, hey, everybody can go dig the ball, so let's give everybody that opportunity?
I'm going to say a little bit about a libero. You know, a lot of times a libero is someone that is that constant on the floor, somebody that can see things, that's got a lot of experience. And we have some real good back row players. We just don't have someone that's been on the floor a lot in the back row. You know, we have some younger ones that have some potential. I think our other players, like our middles that do play in the backcourt, they've got a real long stretch. So when they do cover the floor, they can cover a lot of ground. They also have a little more experience in the backcourt. So they're pretty decent passers and defenders to begin with. So we might have a libero, we might not. It all depends on how the season goes, but I think we started out with one, and then things kind of changed, and personnel changed just a little bit. I think skills rose in some places, and I think they fell in others, and I think we're making adjustments the way we can right now. So it's not that I'm against liberos, but I think our personnel just suits us fine for not this time around.
Gotcha. And last question is, we've talked about players to watch for. Anybody specific tonight after a week of being off your live event that we should be watching for?
I think we got everybody, so watch them all.
Awesome. Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at ChristianMotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
You're on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks to both Coach Paula Devine and Coach Kathleen Rusted for their time prior to the game to talk to me and give us some insight on their teams and talk about that. I especially appreciate the comments that Coach Rusted had about liberos and kind of the skills needed and what she's looking for in that position and what a lot of coaches are. And so I really appreciate those comments and her addressing that a little bit, because for the last games that I've been here in Hawley, I've not seen her use a libero, and like she said, she's not against it, but nobody quite fits that role, and she has some experience and some great players, and so just doing some regular, normal rotation is working out for her team well, and so she's going to stick with that, and that's totally fine, and just something a little different that you don't see a ton of. We have seen a couple of different teams not use a libero, so that's again the coach's choice, and it just makes the game kind of different, and we're going to see a libero tonight for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, I believe. And so we'll see how that all works on their side. And yeah, it's just one of those things where I think it's really interesting when you talk about positions and preparing people for those positions and who fits the role better. And it's all those things that kind of just come together. And so great. And thank you again to Coach Rusted for that talk on that. And then Coach Devine talking about how her team's growth has really come around over the last month and a half. I looked at the roster and assumed, which is never a good idea, but you have a bunch of seniors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them on your roster. And when you have 8 seniors, you think that there's some experience there, and that's not the case. But so with one returning senior and the others who are a little inexperienced, to see the improvement from a month and a half ago to now is good to hear from her and encouraging, I'm sure, for her team and for her as a coach. And so looking forward to seeing what they've got coming against the Nuggets. The Nuggets are going to be tough. They're 10-2 on the season and just came off of a 5-set win over Dilworth Glendon Felton last week on Thursday. And they also had a big win last week for homecoming, so that we had here on yourliveevent.com. So we're going to be a little tough here for East Grand Forks Green Wave, but we'll have to see what they do. School song begins to play from the band. Again, I enjoy the band being here and playing as everybody comes to their feet here on yourliveevent.com. So we'll be getting to our national anthem, followed by the starters here for our 2 teams tonight. And then we'll get rolling with some volleyball action. This is yourliveevent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. I'm Leif Bakken, and I'm glad to have the play-by-play for you tonight. It's the Nuggets hosting the Green Wave. Don't go anywhere. Volleyball action is on the way.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. Please be extra careful when driving near construction activity. Be aware of trucks and heavy equipment, and please don't enter the work areas, because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
On yourliveevent.com, I'm Leif Bakken as we're getting the non-starters for the Green Wave. of East Grand Forks. They've made the trek down here to Hawley, Minnesota to play 8AA volleyball here on yourliveevent.com. So exciting and glad to have you along for the ride. And appreciate everybody along for the ride here. Other volleyball going on as well. Climax Fisher and Monoman. As we'll get to more of that going on. Ellie Holte out there, senior wearing the number 10. Number 11 is Kendra Emery. She's the returner that we talked about a little bit. 17 is Ava Pena. She's a junior. Spokely wearing number 21. That's Tatum Spokely. She's a junior. And then we've also got Haley Robertson out there starting, a junior wearing the number 24, and I missed one in there, so I apologize. Head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, we'll get that straightened out in a bit. Head coach is Paula Devine, assisted by Heidi Spicer and Michelle Johnson. Michelle Johnson led that JV team to a 25-20 set 1 win, and then they fell in the second 20-25, and in set 3 it was a 15-13, but the Green Wave really got ahead of the Nuggets in that JV game. So we will address that again later and see if that comes into play for this varsity game. The Green Wave are 7-13 on the season. All right, starters for the Golden Nuggets of Hawley is number 5, Anna Steer, a 5'9" junior middle hitter. Alex Eilertson also starting, a right side hitter and setter, 5'7", and a senior. Grace Fleming wearing the number 7, outside hitter at 5'8", and I think I already said senior, but number 8 is Faith Rusted, who's also a senior at 5'9", and an outside hitter. Isabel Steer wearing the number 9, a 5'9" freshman middle hitter, and Ashley Fletcher is a 5'7" senior who is a defensive specialist and setter. And so that'll round out our 6 Nuggets for tonight, and we'll see them, I imagine, stub out, and we'll see some other Golden Nuggets on the floor tonight. Head coach is Kathleen Rusted for the Hawley Golden Nuggets, assisted by Marissa Thompson, Shannon Olson, Nicole Martin, Kim Hulvin, and Allie Reno. YourLiveEvent.com. We're ready to play volleyball. I'm Leif Bakken, sitting at the table at the top of the stands in the Hawley High School gym, Hawley, Minnesota. The Nuggets inviting the East Grand Forks Green Wave to play the sport they call volleyball. Just taking a quick look to see who else is on the floor. And I believe that is our other starter is Addison Cuiava, who is a freshman for this Green Wave team. Their roster does not have positions, so we'll watch them move around. No, maybe that's not Cuiava. Where am I at? Well, glad you're along for the ride. Always appreciate everybody being here. One, two, 3, 4, 5. It's a libero tonight. I believe that's Morgan Kovar. But serving to start things off is Ava Pena. Nuggets work it around. Here's the attack by Fleming, and it's going to be on the line to start things off here for the Hawley Nuggets in set number 1. Fleming on that attack and kill, and she will be the one to serve as well. Pena can't quite handle it, goes off of Spokley, and that'll be an ace for Fleming. So Fleming will continue on. Good reception by the Green Wave. Big block up front. Now the Nuggets will work with it. Send it over on 2. Tipped over by Holte. Now here's the attack across the way. Just too much. And it was out of bounds. The officials were talking a little bit on that. As the Green Wave pick up that point, the official steps up, talks to Emery, and it looks like we're good to roll. Nuggets on the move around, Steer on the attack. Good dive there for the Nuggets, but not enough to keep it alive, so we'll be wrapped up at 2. Okay. So we've got Kovar out there. She's wearing the number 2, and the libero, she's serving as well. As we see, nice setup there. Great job by Fletcher as Eilertson puts down the kill. Good assist for Fletcher, and the Nuggets will take it back with the 1-point lead in set number 1. Anna Steer will step up, I should say step back, and serve. Emery received it and will go on the attack. Nuggets pull their arms back, and just a little too much put on by Emery to give the Nuggets 1 more point in set 1. Student section comes alive with the Spirit Fingers, and here's the serve. Kovar on the reception. Here's Emery on the attack. Blocked up front. Will they get to it? No, Emery got a piece of it as she went down. Big block up front. And that was Eilertson and Rustad. (5-2) lead in set number 1 over the Green Wave the Nuggets have. Green Wave working around. Pena was on the attack. Here's Rustad going on the attack, trying to block, but it breaks through. Pena on the reception, followed by Emery. Excuse me, that's Holte. Then Emery tried to push it across, didn't quite work. Just a little out of rhythm, sending the ball just too far on the setup there. A 6-2 set 1 with Steer still in control. Not enough juice on the serve. So it'll be a 3-point lead now as we see a substitution coming in. Julia Nelson will step onto the floor. She wears the number 15. She's a senior on this Green Wave team. Eilertson sets up Rustad. She puts it to the back corner. Great setup, great job there for this Nugget team. That's what we like to see. Eilertson will step back to serve on the 7-3 lead in set number 1. Kovar there on the reception. Then it goes to Robertson, Spokley, excuse me, as the Nuggets take over. Here's the attack put on. That's by Iverson, who stepped onto the floor. Gets the kill. Eilertson on the serve, and it goes past Kovar, so it turns into an ace here in set 1. That's a free one chant coming from the student section. 9-3 now. Eilertson looks to the table, waiting for the down official. The top official is the one who signals. The down official will now approach Coach Devine and have a word on the rotation, I imagine. And now the official will approach the up official. They'll talk about it, discuss it. The other official will head back to his position. And then I guess a decision will be made here. Both teams break out of their huddles, and a red card is being distributed here. So the point is awarded to the Hawley Nuggets. A red card, I'm going to guess that's kind of like a technical, indirect technical in basketball, because I believe coach has to sit down here as this is a big block up front by Rustad. Her second on the night. Just putting it back into the boards. Make it 11-3 here. After a free one on the mistake of the Green Wave. As I say that, Coach Devine is back on her feet, so unsure on how that one works. This one goes back to Kovar. Great job. As Isabel Steer will get the kill. And a timeout called on a 12-3 lead for the Nuggets over the Green Wave on YourLiveEvent.com. We're going to take a 30-second break and be right back. More volleyball action coming up.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leif Bach, and 12-3 is your score in set one of Nugget Green Wave Volleyball tonight. Thanks for being along for the ride. Eilertson will be the one to serve on that last play, the last point. Well, we saw a red card come out. We saw the Green Wave were out of position, and so free point goes over to the Nuggets, and then we saw a big attack by Izzy Steer set up by Eilertson. Eilertson's served looks good. Emery on a good attack for the Green Wave. Here's Rustad now for the Nuggets. Kovar is there on the dig. This one by Spokley. She tries to set it up, but they say that her hands were just a little offset. So that counts as 2 hits from her, and a 10-point lead now for the Nuggets. Amanda Nelson steps onto the floor, the 5'1" junior defensive specialist. Comes on for Anna Steer. Emery free balls it across by the Green Wave. Set up here for Isabel Steer. Tipped over by Spokley. Now Rustad sends it back. Emery gets out of the way after digging it up. Pena on the attack. Fleming, Eilertson, and now Iverson trying to go on the attack, but doesn't come up with it. And there's the end of that little streak there that the Nuggets had with a 13-4 lead. Now, Kendra Emery, the senior, to serve. Rustad on the attack and the kill. Nice job, back row, hitting that one hard. Eilertson with the assist once again, and they get their 10-point lead back. Here's Rustad on the serve. Green Wave work it, tried to tip it over, a block up front. Fleming and Steer are there. Good points there for the Nuggets. (15-4) now in set one. Rustad on the second serve for her tonight. This one hits that back corner. That's an ace. Emery was watching that one very closely and was sure that was going to be out. And I don't blame her. But that hits just on the inside of the sideline. 16-4 lead now. This one will come directly to Emery. Spokley on the setup. The attack put on there by Robertson. Nice job going over the top for the Nuggets as Steer gets the kill. I believe that was Iverson with the setup on the assist. Timeout going to be taken once again here by the Green Wave with a 17-4 lead for the Hawley Nuggets in set 1. On yourliveevent.com, we take a break as well.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Set 1 here for the Nuggets and the Green Wave, as the Hawley Nuggets have a 17-4 lead here to get things going. Student section comes to its feet. I didn't ask. I'll have to ask Sella, who's doing our camera work tonight once again. Appreciate her help. We'll have to ask her what the theme of tonight's game is, as the Green Wave working around Pena. Goes on a hard attack. Big block up front. Great job there for Iverson and Steer. McKenna Iverson, a 5'10 senior, doing a good job tonight along with the freshman Steer. Emery receives this one. Spokley trying to push it over as Holte. Nuggets work it around. Here's Fleming on the attack. Point will go to the Green Wave after a double hit. On the Community Co-op scoreboard, 18 for the Nuggets, 5 now for the Green Wave. Nice tip over and tipped right back. Nuggets will try it again. Fleming on the attack to the back corner. I shouldn't say corner, that's the line. Good job by Grace Fleming on the kill. Well, we're going to see Alexa Allie Reap step onto the floor. The 5'7 sophomore outside hitter defensive specialist. She will serve. Emery, Spokley, and then Holte on the attack. Eilertson setting up Iverson. Nice block up front by Pena. Nuggets work with it again. Iverson is there. Good job on the dig on the other side. I look down and the Nuggets come up with the kill. Or the block, I should say. So I apologize on the action there. Reap on the serve again. Spokley, Pena going on the attack, partially blocked. Nuggets work it around. Here's Anasteer on the pushover. Passed right back, big block up front. Nuggets will work with it again. Here's Iverson on the attack, set up by Eilertson. There's a block by Pena. Ava Pena, the junior, doing a good job there on the block up front. We've been seeing her jump up and down, get a piece of that ball as Spokley serves. Rusted, Eilertson, now Fleming on the attack. This one goes over to Emery. Spokley is there, Pena for the attack. Eilertson, Rusted, Fleming. Good job by Kovar to get to the ball, and this one will stick into the stand there at the net. And we'll go 21-6 here in set number 1. As we see Maddie Walker step onto the floor, the 5'4 senior, setter defensive specialist. She will serve, and Iverson will step off. Scoreboard here still says 20-6. I have 21 on my list as Kovar free balls it across. Rusted is there. Eilertson on the setup. Here's Steer on the attack. There's Kovar who can't quite get to it. So we'll give that kill to Anna Steer. I have 22-6 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. The scoreboard here still reads 20-6 in Hawley High School. Pena punched that one over just too far. And now it is 23-6 on my scorebook. And now confirmed it is 23-6. Issues with the scoreboard here at home. That's why or at the gym, I should say. And this one will be too far by Walker. So we'll turn things over to the Green Wave on the serve. Carly Weber will step onto the floor, a senior, as Pena will step off. Weber on the serve. Rustad on the reception. Eilertson sets it up for Fleming across the way. Cover tries to reach over, but it doesn't work out. There's a great job for Fleming on the kill, set up by Eilertson. 24-7, looking at set point here. Fleming on the serve. Tall serve. Emery will get to it. Spokley. And then Holte sends it over on a pass. Here's Rustad, who gets blocked. No. It ends up on the wrong side. And so that is how things go, with Rustad on the kill. And a final on set one of 7 for the Green Wave, 25 for the Nuggets. We'll be coming back with more volleyball action on yourliveevent.com. Hawley takes set number 1 over East Grand Forks. Don't go anywhere.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools. At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome to set number 2, folks, on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bach, and the Community Co-op scoreboard shows we're 1-0 in favor of the Hawley Nuggets, and they took that one pretty easily, 25-7 over the East Grand Forks Green Wave. But they'll try to change things up. Coach Devine and the Green Wave will. As we get ready for set number 2, my headline for that one is just some hard play there by the Nuggets. Doing a nice job, just playing hard, and too many errors by the Green Wave. And I don't know if you've seen it on the camera. You've seen a few people. We saw some of the band members. I'll ask Sella. It must be construction day for, what's that? Oh, and neon. That's why everybody's wearing neon tonight. So kind of just fun. Last week was homecoming, but we're going to keep throwing some themes tonight. So construction/neon. It must be neon day, but the only thing everybody can find is construction gear, so it's kind of I miss the days of doing the theme days. I'll have to talk to the boss about doing work theme days as we get underway with set number 2 here on yourliveevent.com. Emery on the attack for the Green Wave. There's Fleming, followed by Eilertson. Hard attack by Rustad. She'll come up with the kill as Kovar can't handle it. Faith Rustad, 4 kills on the night. Fleming is the one serving as the ball's worked around by the Green Wave. Blocked up front by the Nuggets. That was Emery on the attack. She'll try again. As I say that, the whistle stops things, and Kovar ends up hitting it twice on her attempt to set it up. Very particular about how you set up on that. Kovar will receive. Spokley, now Holte on the attack, too far. I said Holte and I meant Haley Robertson. Too far off the sideline. Robertson is a junior for the Green Wave team. There's some age on the Green Wave team, but the experience, as Coach Devine talked about in the pregame, maybe isn't there as we pass it across to the Nuggets. Fleming, Eilertson, and then just out of bounds as Anna Steer was going on the attack. So there will be the first points for the Green Wave in set number 2. Morgan Kovar, the senior, to serve. She's the libero tonight, wearing the white with the red number. Everybody else has the green with the red sleeves and red numbers. As you can see, Emery pushing it over. Iverson, and then, that's Fletcher. And it didn't quite work out as the Green Wave get a block up front. Credit that to Emery. Well, just too far on the serve. Turns into points for the Nuggets to take the 2-point lead in set number 2. Anna Steer will be the one to serve now for Hawley. This one going to be put into the net, so we'll give the points over to the Green Wave, and they'll take over. Julia Nelson steps onto the floor, senior for Green Wave. Good serve, as off of 2 they'll go. Eilertson's going to try it again as the Green Wave were quick with it. Isabel Steer on the attack, or block, I guess you'd call that up front. Take control back from East Grand Forks. Alex Eilertson will now step back to serve. Hard hit, and Kovar got a piece of it, so it'll be an ace for Eilertson. Her second ace on the night, and Kovar pulling her arms back in frustration, knowing that was going to be out of bounds, but she touched it, and it was too late to go make a move. Second serve goes to the other corner. Ace. 7-3 lead now in set number 2 for the Hawley Nuggets. On yourliveevent.com, on the Community Co-op scoreboard. This one, a light serve to the middle. Kovar is there. Eilertson will be the one to dig up on the other side. Fleming, now Rustad on the attack. This one just to the back row. There's a great job for Faith Rustad. Give the assist to Grace Fleming. Nuggets have the 1-set lead. Working towards 2-set lead. Kovar is there, and then almost saved. Good job by Spokley to get underneath it, and Weber trying to get there. but just couldn't get it up over the net. But I like the effort. A for effort. 9-3 serve. This one's a high one. Emery is there. Spokley sets up. Blocked up front and then mishandled by the Green Wave. And I apologize. That was actually Nelson on the other side. Emery went on the attack. Not sure how I like the red on the green. They're different, neat jerseys, but it's kind of hard to read those red numbers. Both kind of dark. It's a pass right back, and the attack will go to McKenna Iverson. At least I'm going to give her the attack and kill, as a timeout is taken by the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Coach Devine wants to address something, and I'm going to take a look at my statistics here and be right back with you. Set number 2 underway, 11 for the Hawley Nuggets, 3 for the East Grand Forks Green Wave on yourliveevent.com.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
Thanks for being on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken with the play-by-play call tonight as the Nuggets host the Green Wave from East Grand Forks in 8AA volleyball. We've got more volleyball action across North Dakota and another Minnesota match going on now as well, and we've got more coming up on Thursday, football on Friday. Yourliveevent.com, a great place for sports for Eastern North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Light serve here by Eilertson, but the Green Wave look like they'll work with it. This one high and passed over by Emery. Tip over by Eilertson, set up by Rested. Here's the attack, and then put into the net. Too many, they didn't count the block. Too many hits on the Green Wave side of the net. So a 12-3 lead now for the Nuggets. Eilertson finds the back corner. Ace for her. That's her third in this set, fourth on the night. And she's been on a good string of swings here from the back. Kovar is there. It's a free pass back. Ooh, everybody out of position for the Nuggets. Good job for Kovar. Didn't mean to send it back. But she'll get the points for her team and stop Eilertson's reign from the back court. Emery will be the one to serve now. Kendra Emery, the senior, with experience for her Green Wave team. Rusted on the attack. This one goes to the back where Kovar can't get to it. Good job for Rusted. Ten-point lead in set 2. Faith Rusted will be the one who gets the point, and now will step back and serve. Emery is there to dig it up. Spokley, now Pena. Partially blocked, so Nuggets work with it on one hit. Now Pena goes on the attack again. She'll get the points. Good job there for Pena on the kill. Set up by Tatum Spokley on the assist. Addison Cuiava steps on and serves. Nuggets push the ball over, and it's just too much on that sideline. So a point there for the Green Wave as they try to crawl back in here in set number 2. Down by 1 set and down in points in this one. Steer, Eilertson, and Iverson will push it over. Not quite handled well enough by the Green Wave as a carry is called up front. I thought maybe they were going to go with the 4 hits. But there's a carry up front. And now we have a 15-6 lead for the Nuggets as Allie Reap steps back and serves as she comes on as a substitute. Good job by Reap getting to it. Eilertson saves it. Free passed over by Iverson. One touch, back to the Nuggets. Here's the attack by Steer into the face of Emery. Anna Steer with the kill, assist to Eilertson. She's got 10 assists now on the night, and that makes 16-6. Reap on the serve, Kovar there. Emery, now here comes Robertson on the attack. Nuggets trying to keep things going. Coach Devine wanting that to be out of bounds on that long one back in. To the back row from the Nuggets. The Green Wave handle it. Off of two. Here's Rusted. Eilertson. Now Fleming tries to go after it and just a little out of position. A little too much spice on the setup from Eilertson. As Brianna Anderson steps onto the floor. She's a senior for the Green Wave. Stepping back and serving. I believe that's Holte. Rusted from the back on the attack. Emery is there. Spokley, now Pena on the free pass over. Iverson I should say, goes after it, but there's two hits on the Nuggets. Both teams wanting to clean up some of the errors here in set number 2 as of late. Iverson goes on the attack. Too much power. As the Green Wave celebrate that one. Good read by them as well. Calling it out. Kovar watched that one fly by. 16-9. Fleming on the dig. Eilertson now, that Steer goes on the attack, and it's mishandled up front. Anna Steer with the kill as we see Ashley Fletcher step on. Fletcher, that 5'7" senior for the Nuggets. This one goes back. Kovar is there. Spokley and now Pena trying to get some points, but Rusted is there. Fleming and now Rusted will take it again. Kovar on the dig. Spokley, now Pena from this side as he finds the back corner. As that was a good job by Reap trying to reach out and stop that one, but a great job for Pena on the kill, and Spokley with the assist. 7-point lead for the Nuggets, but the Green Wave have control of the ball with Carly Weber on the serve. Rusted got to it. Eilertson, and now Steer on the attack. There's Kovar to receive it. Spokley. Here goes Emery on the attack to push over. This one, Fleming was able to get to it, but Fletcher was not quite in the right spot. Make it a 6-point game now, and a good read by the Nuggets. It was a high flyer, I don't know, closer to the edge than I would have preferred, but good read there for the Nuggets in the back row as they'll take the service error and the point and take the 7-point lead for Fleming, who wears the number 7 on the serve. Spokley on the second touch, and then Emery with the kill. Good job by Kendra Emery. Tatum Spokley on the bump set up. Eilertson wants to go on two. Finds the sideline. A little bit of revenge for her. So 19-12. Now the score in set number 2 of Hawley Nugget East Grand Forks Green Wave Volleyball. Here's Emery on the attack for the Green Wave. Fleming gets a nice touch on it. Nice job by Fletcher, but Eilertson can't quite chase it down. I like the effort put in there by the Nuggets. That was a good job. Anna Steer will step off as we see Destiny Salinas step onto the floor. Green Wave on the serve. Eilertson with the setup. Here's the attack by Steer. Good big block up front by Emery. Eilertson was able to get underneath it, but it flew out of bounds. And we've got ourselves a 5-point game in set number 2. Green Wave down, but in control of the ball. Fletcher set. Eilertson set. Rusted sends to the far side. And there's another point for the Green Wave, creeping back in. Let's see, left side attack there. A little out of position as Rusted is a right side hitter, outside hitter. So finds that, and she'll take her revenge, set up by Eilertson. And take those points. Good little run there for Julia Nelson for the Green Wave on serving. Eilertson back and ready to serve. We saw her go on a run here in this set with a couple of aces. And a double hit now by the Green Wave. That's something you don't typically expect. But the Green Wave have been struggling with that a little bit tonight, as this will be free passed across. Eilertson sets it up for Iverson, trying to find the back. Yeah, she does. Great job there for McKenna Iverson on the kill, set up by Eilertson. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Paula Devine. What an attack and kill there for McKenna Iverson. We'll keep it here on YourLiveEvent.com. 22 for the Hawley Nuggets, 15 for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. As the Green Wave have stepped things up here in set number 2 after losing the first set 25-7. Just too many errors on their side of things while Hawley was playing very hard against them. We've seen a few too many errors, I think, by both these teams in set number 2, and they cleaned it up here as of late. About, I guess you would say, since we're at 22-15, midway through this set, we saw some of those errors happening, and that started to get cleaned up. And it's been a little more back and forth. Glad you're with us on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leif Bakken, proud to have the play-by-play action for you. And we appreciate the support of all our advertisers as well to make these games possible, as the reception is to Weber. And then it turns into an ace, as everybody is a little out of place there after a timeout taken by the Green Wave. They come out a little flat-footed on that one, so 23-15 lead. Eilertson will continue to serve. Nelson got a piece of it. Spokley, now Emery goes on the attack. Eilertson gets a piece of it, sets it up for Iverson, and then pushed over by Salinas. Spokley, now the attack attempt by Holtley, and that doesn't go as planned, so it'll be 24-15, looking at set point coming up. I said, excuse me, I said Holtley, and I apologize because that is Cuiava, who was the one up there. We'll see Weber go to the bench and Pena come back on. Too hard of a serve by Eilertson. Good read for the Green Wave. And they'll see if they can try to come back here in set number 2. Emery on the serve. Salinas, Eilertson, and now Rusted on the attack. Kovar is there. Spokley. Here's Pena on the attack. And that'll be out the side. Fleming went to go after it, pulled her arms back. And that is how we close out set number 2. 25 for the Nuggets, 16 for the Green Wave. And we're going into set number 3 on YourLiveEvent.com from Hawley, Minnesota. The Nuggets lead the Green Wave 2-0.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at ChristianMotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. Please be extra careful when driving near construction activity. Be aware of trucks and heavy equipment, and please don't enter the work areas, because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
The Safety Dance plays here at Hawley High School in Hawley, Minnesota. I'm Leif Bach, and on yourliveevent.com with the play-by-play action. Welcome to set number 3 as the Hawley Nuggets lead the Green Wave of East Grand Forks 2-0. First set went like this, 25-7. Second set went 25-16, as there were too many errors by Hawley, and they let EGF back into it, but they had some good timing and hard hits to help them win it out. They had a 10-point lead at one point in that second set. So we'll get going with set number 3 as Ava Pena, the junior, serves for the Green Wave to start us off. Fleming set. Eilertson set. Here's Anna Steer on the attack in front of Kovar, who can't quite get to it. Anna Steer kill Eilertson with another assist, marking 14 for her on the night. First of the third set. Fleming back to serve. Pena. Spokely, now Emery on the attack. Tries to find that back corner. Fleming stuck her arm out. And I don't know if it would have mattered. Either take the kill to the floor or take it off of your own body, I guess. Kovar on the serve now for the Green Wave. Fletcher, that was Fleming, I guess, on the attack. Excuse me. Too many hits. There wasn't a block up front, is what the official says. So 4 hits on the Green Wave gives a point to the Nuggets. And then we switch the serving over to Anna Steer, the 5'9" junior and starter for this Nugget team. Emery on the dig. Spokely. Now Pena trying to tip it over. They do get it over, and the Nuggets kind of all got gathered around, so good job there for Pena. Now that'll wrap us up at 2, as the Green Wave want to keep playing volleyball tonight. Nelson steps onto the floor and serves. Fleming is there. Eilertson sets up Steer. Steer, too much power to the back, and the East Grand Forks Green Wave take their first lead of the night. Fletcher to Rusted. Eilertson will send it over. Pena will get underneath it and send it right back. Rusted on the attack. There's Pena after it goes through the block. Here's a block up front, and they're going to call the Nuggets in the net. So there's an error and a point for the Green Wave, extending their lead by 2. Community Co-op scoreboard shows us 2-0 as a service error happens on the Green Wave side, and it'll be a point for the Nuggets. Eilertson will now serve for the Nuggets. She likes to do a few different things as it'll be an ace. Nelson tried to get to it, but Eilertson, her serve is just too much to handle. We've seen her put them on the back line. We've seen her put them in the middle of the floor. These last two have been up front for the front row to deal with. Emery on a free pass on 2 touches. Iverson goes on the attack, blocked, and then rolls to the wrong side for the Green Wave as they work with it. Emery sends it to the back where that is a steer. Attack put on, and then a block, and then unfortunately he can't get out of the way there as Holte was there to block, and then nobody could get around her to get to the ball. That was Steer, Isabel Steer, who gets the kill and puts them up by 1, 5-4. Emery kind of swinging away too far. Now the 2-point lead for the Hawley Nuggets. Kind of a desperation swing, trying to get it back over there for her opponents to deal with, and not a bad attempt at all, because that was fairly close. Nelson, Emery, now Pena will send it over. Steer, Eilertson, followed by Steer. That one's on the line. No. Line judge had the flag down. Down floor official said out. And his rule is over the flagman. So that'll be a point for the Green Wave. Rustad goes on the attack, but then they call a double hit. So, slow start here for the Nuggets. Just a little mistiming. 6 around. Fleming on the reception. Steer, now Rustad on the attack. There's Kovar. Spokely, and then passed over by Holte. I keep saying Holte, and that's actually Cuiava. I apologize. Iverson on the attack. Nelson, 1 touch, and back over to the Nuggets. Eilertson sets it up for Rustad, and they call her for the carry. So an interesting third set here on YourLiveEvent.com from Hawley, Minnesota. As Emery's serve is dug up. Good job by the Nuggets. Rustad on the attack. Emery sends it back off 1. Eilertson, now here's Steer. That's Izzy Steer. Kovar, Emery. Now Pena on the attack. Nice job by Steer. Eilertson back to Steer and keeping this ball alive. We've got ourselves a good volley. Pena, good job, Anna Steer. Eilertson gets that second touch. Hard set over by Fleming. Nelson. Spokely, now Pena on the attack. Fleming in the right spot. Eilertson. Iverson on the attack. Partial block. Goes over to the Green Wave. Spokely sets it up. Just on the wrong side. And a nice tip over by Izzy Steer. On the block and the points. And now, after a good one back and forth, we're wrapped up at 7. Got to give credit there to the freshman, Isabel Steer, the 5'9" middle hitter. As Rustad serves. This one goes to the back where Nelson is. Spokely sets it up and trying to get it for Cuiava. And there's another block. This one will be by Fleming instead. Just a little too close to the net for Cuiava to be able to deal with. As the Nuggets take the 1-point lead in the third set. Up by 2 as Kovar dives after it. But that'll be an ace for Faith Rustad. Her second on the night. She had one back in the first set. Rustad takes her time on the serve. There's Kovar, Spokely, setting it up for Pena, and this one into the net. Not enough leverage below that one to push it over. Good job by the Nuggets on the other side, ready for the block. Emery is there for the reception. Off of two, a little missed time there. Try to trick the Nuggets. Good job by Fleming on the touch over. And then as the Nuggets are getting ready to receive, there's two hits by the Green Wave. 11-7. Rusted on the slow approach. Emery. Spokley, here's Pena. Rusted is there to dig it up. Eilertson also on the bump pass, and then Fleming on the attack. Pena. Spokley. Cuiava is blocked, and that'll turn into a block for Grace Fleming. As the Green Wave can't quite get to the ball and handle it again that quickly. Rusted on a good serve run here. As this one is touched back, and then there's Isabel Steer. Getting the block. And a timeout will be called by the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. On yourliveevent.com and the Community Co-op scoreboard, it's 13 for the Hawley Nuggets. East Grand Forks Green Wave 7. Stick with us.
Going to NESCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I'll look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Isabel Steer doing a nice job here in the third set with some blocks up front, turning into points. We've also seen Grace Fleming with a couple of big attacks, making it happen as well. Here on yourliveevent.com, the Community Co-op scoreboard reads 13-7 in favor of Hawley. Also, the set points read 2-0 in favor of Hawley as well. I'm Leif Bach, and glad to have the play-by-play action for you on yourliveevent.com. Rusted, Faith Rusted, the senior, continues to serve. She's had 6 serves in a row and 1 ace in that time as the Nuggets work it around. Izzy Steer finds the back corner out of the reach of Kovar. Eilertson with another assist. Isabel Steer on the kill. Nelson is there on the reception. Kovar will have to pass it over. Rusted, Eilertson, now Fleming. Kovar gets to it. Emery trying to set somebody up. Spokley calls off her teammates and gets to it. Nuggets working around. Here's Iverson. Block up front by Pena. Great job there by Pena, along with some help from Cuiava. So that'll end the reign of Faith Rusted, who had 7 serves in a row. Nice job by Fleming. A great job in the back there by Cuiava. Pena tries to put it over, and that falls down on the wrong side for the Green Wave and turns into a 15-8 lead now for the Hawley Nuggets. Little confusion on the substitution here for the Nuggets. Yellow card comes out. So a warning, a warning on Hawley as Reap stepped on for Fleming, but she didn't take her time. That was the issue. Here's Pena on the attack for the Green Wave. Iverson with the second touch. Rusted on the attack. Kovar gets underneath it. Here's Spokley. Now Pena on the push. Steer, Eilertson. Attack by Reap. Emery, Pena. Now Nelson will free pass over. Here's the attack. Anna Steer. Great job by Emery getting underneath it. Pena set up by Nelson. Free pass. Eilertson on the setup. Iverson on the attack. Nelson, Spokley, Emery on the attack. Reap on the set over. Nelson is there. Spokley. And then put over by Robertson. Nelson, Spokley. This one set up for Pena. To the back row where Izzy Steer is. Rusted set up. Goes after Pena. Robertson. Now Emery with a hard push to the back row. Rusted. Eilertson. Now Reap. Just too much mustard. Good job back and forth by the two teams there. Green Wave did a nice job handling the ball. Nuggets not being able to find an open spot. And the Green Wave had to rely on the Nuggets just being too aggressive. As Rusted comes up with the reception. Reap back to Rusted. As Emery was trying to get underneath that. And Rusted will come up with the kill. Reap. Allie Reap with the assist. Scoreboard reads 16-9, Community Co-op scoreboard. Pena on the attack for the Green Wave. Nice dig by Steer, but it'll go back for the Green Wave. Green Wave out of position, and then back. Eilertson with a big kill. As we round up the ball, it'll be Maddie Walker stepping onto the floor and stepping back to serve with a 17-9 lead. Here's Walker. Kovar on the dig. Spokley setting up Holtley. Good job by Reap getting underneath it. Walker is there for the second touch. Rustad, free pass over. Kovar followed by Spokley. In the back is where Emery is, and just a little bit outside for the Hawley point. Timeout going to be called here by Coach Devine for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Hawley Nuggets 18. East Grand Forks Green Wave 9 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. We are in set number 3 with Hawley leading 2-0 on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leif Bakken. Glad to have the play-by-play action for you as we take a look here. Let's see. Let's see what we've got going on for Climax Fisher and Monoman Waubin. They played earlier this evening. And it looks like Climax Fisher came up with the 0-3 win there. See what's going on in North Dakota volleyball. As it looks like it's 2-2 for Lisbon and Enderlin right now. So good one there as we resume things here at the Hawley High School. Green Wave working around. There's Holty on the attack, and there's a touch put on to Jada Jegvig, who stepped on during that timeout. So that'll put the Green Wave at 10, 18 for the Nuggets, as Jada Jegvig is a 5'8 junior, and we've seen her sub on this Hawley team. Another substitute is Amanda Nelson. We talked about her before. The only starter out there, no, we've got two starters out there, as this one's set up by Eilertson for Reap. Kovar, Spokley, now Emery going on the attack. This one off the face, unfortunately, there of Walker. She grins a little bit. I'm sure that stings, but a big kill for Emery. Spokley with the assist. Only 4 kills tonight for Emery, but she's had her hands on the ball quite a bit. As this one's a light set over by Anna Steer. Holty is there, Spokley, and then a whistle stops, and they say 2 touches. And the Nuggets will come up with the point, and we're going to see another substitute here. Marissa Alles, the 5'7 junior and right side hitter for the Nuggets. Reap is the one serving as Emery digs it up. Spokley, now Holty, set over. Eilertson, Walker, And they say that set by Walker was just a little offset in her hands. So 2 hits there, and we turn things back over to the Green Wave. On yourliveevent.com, Community Co-op scoreboard, it says 19-12. Here's the attack by All S. That's just too far. And the points will go over to the Green Wave. Kovar on the serve. Here's Jada Jetvig. She'll get the kill. A setup once again by none other than Alex Eilertson. Jada Jetvig getting her name in the books for tonight with the 7-point lead for the Hawley Nuggets. Holte going to go have a substitute step on, and that'll be Brianna Anderson coming on. On the Nuggets side, Steer will step on for Nelson. And that's Izzy Steer, Isabel Steer. And then Anna Steer will step on for All S. Anna Steer will be the one to step back and serve. Spirit fingers from the student section. Kovar is there. Pena. And Emery on the attack. Reap on the dig. Eilertson. And now Jetvig. There's Emery on the other side. Spokely back to Emery. Big block up front. But Spokely was there. Little miss there by Pena. Good job by Emery, keeping it alive. Here's the attack for the Nuggets. Good job by Jetvig. Trying to keep it alive, rolling into the stands, unfortunately. Off of Spokely, she couldn't quite get the angle she wanted, so there's a Nugget point. Puts them up 21-13. Here in the third set. Pena will sit down. And I believe that's Weber that came back on to the floor. Eilertson takes a seat, and I'll get the name from the Nuggets in just a second as we get going here. Cuiava gets a kill. Good job there. Set up by Spokely. Salinas will step onto the floor here as Steer steps off. And that was Ingrid Rusted who's out on the floor who came on. She'll get a touch there on the set. Here's Jetvig sending it just too far past the corner. So Green Wave will get the point on a 21-15 lead for the Nuggets here at Hawley High School. Ball rolled into the hallway, so we'll go retrieve it. And this will be Julia Nelson on the serve. Walker on the first touch. Jetvig, and then Steer. Kovar, Spokely, now Emery. Nice job putting it over, and just too far to the side. And so it'll be 22-15. Substitute call from Devine. She wants Leah Junt, the senior, to step onto the floor as Nelson takes a seat. So Junt will take her place here on the backside corner near to us. We'll see here in just a second. Here's Ingrid Rusted on the serve. As I say that, puts it in the net. And so we'll go back over. Pena stepping on, Weber stepping off for the Green Wave. And Emery will step back and serve. Reap to Rusted. And then sent over by Jetvig. Good job by Emery. And then Spokely dove for it, but just off her arm, a little bit odd. Good attempt. Really like the attempt there by the Green Wave as another substitute comes in. Nelson will step on to serve now as Junt steps off. I don't know why she's stepping on to serve, because she is not serving. The Nuggets are. 23-16, Emery, Spokely. Now Pena to the back where Salinas is. Rusted, and then There's somebody in the net on the other side, so the Hawley Nuggets will get the point. And here comes the match point serve from the junior, Jada Jetvig. And now another substitution. It's just back and forth here for Junt and Nelson. Junt will take her place in the middle back row. 24-16 serve. Jetvig sends it over. Emery, Spokely, and then Cuiava blocked up front. Green Wave going to push it back over. Nice job working it on their side. Here's a second touch send over by Steer. Emery, Spokely, Piana, and they'll keep it alive as this one goes off of the arms wrong from Jetvig. And I've been saying her name wrong. I apologize. Pina. Pina is her name. Spokely, another assist. 24-17. Still at match point. Served by Cuiava. Reap, Rusted, and then Steer. Pushed through the block where Spokely's at. Emery, then Pina. Rusted, now Steer trying to set it to the back corner, and that one's out. Green Wave trying to get back in this one in set 3. They're down by 2 sets on the Community Co-op scoreboard. 24-18. Addison Cuiava on the serve. Rusted sent over by Reap. Emery, and then good job by Pina on the setup from Spokely. Ava Pina with her 5th kill on the night, according to my unofficial statistics. Cuiava will continue to serve. Salinas is there on the dig. Rusted to Reap. Emery, Cuiava, and then trying to set it over hard is Junt, and that's how this one closes out. As the Nuggets come up with the win, 25-19. And they sweep 3-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll come back with some statistics and talk with hopefully some of the players and Coach Rusted. We'll see what we get here in our post game. And don't forget to stick around. We have our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game coming up as well. So that's exciting. Enbridge Energy, they just finished up Line 3, and you can find more at enbridge.com/line3.us. We'll be coming back with some post game stuff in just a bit on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools. At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Leaf Bakken on yourliveevent.com. Glad to have some post-game stuff here for you, as our final is 3-0 in favor of the Hawley Nuggets. This is how it went in set 1. It went 25-7. We saw hard play by Hawley and too many errors by East Grand Forks. And on that note, in the statistics category, there were no kills or assists in that first set by East Grand Forks. There was one block to turn into points, but tough to get some statistics there and racked up in the books when you only get 7. In set number 2, it was 16-25 in favor of the Nuggets, as we saw too many errors by Hawley and East Grand Forks back. But then they got back, and that's what allowed EGF to get back into it. And good timing and some hard hits helped them win it. At one point, the Hawley led by 10 in that second set. And there were some pretty impressive stats there that we'll talk about. And then in set 3, we saw a pretty good battle of 25-19 in favor of the Nuggets, as they just took care of business this evening. And let's see here. You can see we've got a couple of players. The Steer sisters, they're getting their picture taken. So that's exciting for them. A big win, and puts Hawley at 11-2 on the season, 7-14 for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Let's look at some statistics, starting with East Grand Forks Green Wave, led by head coach Paula Devine, as no aces in this one for the Green Wave, and they struggled in that first set. They had that one block, but no other statistics to really talk about in that set for them. For set number 2, they had 2 blocks, 5 kills, and 4 assists, and in the third, it was 1 block, 6 kills, and 5 assists. So that makes up a total of 4 blocks, 11 kills, and 9 assists for the Green Wave. We saw your assist leader was Tatum Spokley doing her job as the setter. She had 9 of those. She had all 9, I should say, of the assists for tonight. And then in the kills, it was a split, just a slight lead there for Ava Pena, who had 5 total, followed by Kendra Emery, the senior, with 4. And then they both split up front on the blocks, so each of them had 2 of the 4 total on that side of things. When we look at the Hawley Nuggets, on the aces category in that first set, it was 3 aces, 7 blocks, 11 kills, and 9 assists. Then we saw in the second set 4 aces, 1 block, 9 kills, and 8 assists for set number 2. And then 2 aces, 2 blocks, 8 kills, and 5 assists in the final. A total of 9 aces. Your leader was Alex Eilertson, who had a total of 6. She had 4 in the second set alone. In the blocks category, a total of 10 there. Your leader in blocks, Isabel Steer, the freshman, doing a great job with 5 on the night. In the kills category, do the math quick there. 28, that's what that number turns out to be. Faith Rustad leading the way with 8 of those 28. She had 3 in the first, 4 in the third, and 4 in the second, and 1 in the third, followed by Grace Fleming with 5, and then it was Anna Steer who does a nice job with 4. And in the assist category, a total of 23 there. None other than Alex Eilertson doing her job as the setter with 16 assists, 7 in the first, 6 in the second, and 3 in the third, and then we had some of the bench come in and fill in. The next one was Grace Fleming. She had 2. So of the 23, 2 for Grace Fleming, 16 for Eilertson, and then everybody else kind of scattered in there a little bit from some bench players and so on. So once again, 3-set win on our Community Co-op scoreboard as the Nuggets swept the Green Wave here tonight in a 25-7 first set, 25-16 number 2, and 25-19 third, with a lot of the other players, bench players, getting to come in and play a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk about our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in just a second. We're also going to have some comments. It looks like Alex Eilertson's making her way this way. We'll see if we can get Coach Rustad as well. She looks like she might be busy visiting, but we will try to get a few people and be back. Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, along with some post-game comments from the team in just a second on yourliveevent.com.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Thanks for sticking around on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bakken. Glad to have these post-game comments coming your way as we're wrapping things up from the 3-0 sweep the Hawley had over East Grand Forks Green Wave as Alex Eilertson joins us. I was just talking to her off air. She did a great job, 16 assists out of the 23 that were in the entire game. And then, of course, she had a great second set on aces. She had 6 aces total, and you had 4 in that second set. You just found your rhythm, Alex, it seemed like, or maybe it was just that the Green Wave were out of position, or maybe it was both.
Yeah, I guess I was feeling it. I have a history of serving deep, so I tried to take a couple steps back this game in preparation for that, and I think it definitely helped. I was able to find the holes and move them around and just make it tough for them to get it back.
Yeah, and I thought that you did a really good job of that, and I actually was commenting that you decided to vary it a little bit. And like you said, you did take a few steps back, but those first few were deep and ended up on the line and in the corner, and then you came, and then you stepped back and you had a few in the front row. I mean, that really throws a team off if they're not seeing consistent serves.
Yeah. Our coach does a really good job at helping us see those holes and helping us learn just how to get them off bounds.
A couple of kills tonight. You had 1 in each frame as well, so something that you don't usually get to do, but you've taken that opportunity the last several games to just go after it and hammer it down.
Yeah, it's so fun. I like to make the most of it, and as the season feels like it's coming to an end very soon, us seniors are kind of sad, but we're just trying to do the best we can and give it our all.
Yeah, and I think that that's important, and you guys are. I mean, 11-2 as we, like you said, winding the season down. So obviously you have to take one night at a time, and you can't get thinking too far ahead.
Yeah.
But as seniors, I suppose it's kind of hard not to think about what's to come for playoffs and seeding and what's coming up next. I mean, it's exciting.
It's very exciting. We try to take one day at a time, work as hard as we can in practice, in the lifting and in the little things that we do, just to be ready for that end of the season.
Very good. Alex Eilertson, she had 6 aces tonight, 16 assists, all unofficial, and then 3 kills as well, as we thank her for her time and invite Faith Rusted to step up to the plate. She grabs the microphone hesitantly, and but that's okay, Faith. Good job tonight. 8 kills according to my stats, 3 in the first, 4 in the third, and then you got to be pretty proud as a leader of this team for that third set to be able to turn the reins over to the rest of the bench and for them to just take care of business.
Yeah, we try to do our best, the starting varsity, so then the JV can get in and get that experience, because when we're gone next year, it's them on the court. And yeah, I think it makes the starting varsity feel good when the rest of the team gets to play.
Well, and it's a nice little break you get as well. You get to finally sit down, get a drink of water, maybe visit a little bit on the bench. Not too much, but we're not trying to screw around. But we're getting that just some relief, and that's always nice. And you and I have talked about this, and I've talked to all you seniors about this. But talk again about just the chemistry between you guys, and even between Anna being in there as well as a junior. I mean, you guys have worked together for so long, and it just looks smooth out there.
Yeah, we're the best of friends. On and off the court, we're always together. We've been playing together probably since kindergarten, and it's kind of weird to think about that we've been together that long, because it just feels like a normal thing. Like, if we were related, our mothers would probably not like us very much. But we're very comfortable with each other. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like fluid, very smooth when we're out there together.
And a couple other stats here just to mention. You had 2 aces tonight, a couple of blocks up front in that first set, and you had an assist, something a little bit out of the ordinary for you. But, again, it's just kind of nice. I mean, you get to touch the ball every other time it's on your side of the floor, I would say. So between you and Grace going after it, Alex gets to touch it every time. So it's just really cool for you guys to be experiencing this. And, again, 11-2. As I said to Alex, you're trying not to think too far ahead, but I know I've been in that position where you're like, what's coming up, right?
Yeah. Thinking of those games coming up, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but taking it day by day and ball by ball, it makes it better.
So what are you guys going to do, in your opinion, or do you know any insight on what will happen tomorrow for practice, and then we'll be back with Frazee here in town on Thursday?
Lots of defense, lots of serving. We'll probably have to run a little bit, so shout out to the cross-country team. But, yeah, probably a little bit of running, and we'll get ready for on Thursday.
I'm going to take a step back here and ask about being prepared and going 5 against DGF last week. Were you guys ready for that? Did you have a full tank of gas to make that happen, or did it feel like that 5th set maybe was a little slow for you?
It felt good.
Good.
We were all tired. We were all hot. But we just kept chugging along. And when that 5th set came along, I'm not really exactly sure how we finished it, but we did it together, and we felt amazing afterwards.
That's good to hear. And since I've got Faith with us here, Faith Rusted going to be your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. She had 8 kills tonight, brought the energy. Again, was kind of out of place in a couple of spots, but she got an assist on a couple things, up front making a few blocks. So here is your Enbridge Energy shirt, and congratulations on another big win, and we'll see you again on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. That's Faith Rusted, and we also had Alex Eilertson with us tonight on our post-game comments for our 2 teams. We'll see if we can get Coach Rusted up here and talk with her, and if not, we'll wrap things up in just a bit on yourliveevent.com. 3-0 sweep for Hawley over East Grand Forks. Stick with us.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
No post-game comments here tonight from Coach Kathleen Rusted, but a good job by her team as we got to hear from a couple of the seniors, Alex Eilertson and Faith Rusted, as they did a great job tonight, again winning in 3 sets. The first set easily handled for the Hawley Nuggets here on yourliveevent.com, 25-7. Set 2 was 25-16, and set 3, 25-19. As I say that, she comes hustling across the floor. Here she is, the one and only Kathleen Rusted joins us. And Coach, 3-0 sweep over East Grand Forks, and looked like it was pretty easy in that first set, but then they tried to battle back in the last 2, so congrats there. And what did the girls need to do to just fend them off?
Well, I think the girls realized that their serving was a little better than it was the first game. The second game, they had a little harder time getting a pass up. So we kind of nipped that in the bud. Came out hard, serving aggressive. Had a few too many hitting errors, I think. Kind of cost us a little bit, a little disorganization, but they did come back with a little power on the outside defense, so could have cleaned that up a little bit sooner than we did, but, you know, they came aggressively, they made some adjustments, and overall, played okay. We played pretty well.
I want to talk a little bit about that. I know we don't want to talk about the negative and those things, but I felt like the officials tonight focused a lot on those double hits, and there was a few carries, but it was more of that offset setting that really got both teams in a little bit of trouble, especially in that second set, and those errors are tough to get through. What do you do in practice, or what do you do to clean that up a little bit?
Well, we get our hands on the ball a lot more. You can toss some different type of balls to the setters. We have a couple tricks here. We can try to clean that up a little bit. I think there was maybe a little lack of focus. Sometimes we tend to be a little less disciplined when you play a team that maybe doesn't play it to the level or tempo even as you normally do, so you need to adjust body position a little differently. So we could clean that up, I think, on our side. Sometimes the balls get a little wonky. The spin gets a little wonky on the ball, and the setters need to tighten up those hands. Could have cleaned that up a little bit better, too.
Gotcha. Well, that's great insight for me as a guy who's only observed the game and not played very much. And I want to give credit to you as your players did, Coach. Eilertson said that you do a good job working with them on serving because she had 6 aces tonight and 4 of those coming in the second. She did a great job. And, again, your seniors really shined tonight.
They sure did. You know what, Wes, you asked me the first thing, what's going to be the secret for tonight? I said serving and passing, and you can ask any of those girls in practice. We do a lot of serving and passing. So hopefully their focus is on and they can execute the serving and passing.
And again, the combination between Eilertson, Fleming, and Rusted. I mean, Eilertson doing her job as she's supposed to, as the setter, getting that second touch, and really setting up Rusted and Fleming most of the time. We got to see McKenna Iverson also get her hands on the ball quite a bit tonight on the attack, and just really impressive by Eilertson and Faith Rusted, my player of the game tonight, Enbridge Energy player of the game, because she just really brought some energy on a couple of those kills as well.
Yes, you know, it helps when you have a bench that you can call on to come in when you want to, or you get a jump in the game. I would say our team is pretty unified. All those girls on the bench, they were cheering for their teammates too, you know, and anytime you can have people encourage you, it kind of makes you walk a little bit taller. So credit to everybody tonight that got on the floor.
Last 2 questions for you, and then I'll let you go. One is you just talked about the bench, and that's got to be a good feeling as a coach, and I think and Faith said that as well as a senior and a player, that you have those others to rely on, that JV style bench to just pull up and they're able to come onto the floor, and that's got to be really nice to have that reliance and then take a deep breath and not worry about it.
I would agree. And the girls know that when we put them in, it's not just that one person. They're not alone on the floor. They have that position that's talking to them behind them on the floor, or the setter that's always giving them something to do, giving them a job to do, or telling them where they should be. So encouragement all around to everybody, and keeping everybody in tune helps too.
Last question for you as you go 11-2 now with this win, according to what I have. And so I know for the seniors, I asked them, and they said it's kind of hard not to be searching too far out there. But as a coach, is that hard as well? I mean, next thing you got to take care of is Frazee, of course. But do you feel yourself going, okay, how are things going to play out after that, or are you only worried about Thursday?
Thursday, I'm worried about Frazee brings a real good energy. Every single time we see Frazee, they surprise us. They're kind of like a Breckenridge. They're kind of like a Barnesville. They bring an energy in the court. So, no, I don't forget about Frazee. Hopefully I don't anyway. And then we have the tournament on Saturday. So we have a lot of games before the end of the season. So hopefully we'll try to get those girls' focus honed in on the first game and then move on after that.
Sounds good. Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets. Again, congratulations on the 3-0 win tonight, and we'll see you again on Thursday.
Thank you, Leaf.
Thanks so much to Coach Rusted on her players and sending players up to talk to us. It's great to talk, and thanks again to her and team, and congratulations to them on a 3-0 win. 25-7, 25-16, 25-19 is how it all plays out tonight, and that is going to be all. Once again, your Enbridge Energy player of the game was Faith Rusted. She had 8 kills, 2 blocks, and 2 aces. She did a great job tonight, and I felt the energy coming off of the ball whenever she hit it. Enbridge Energy, they replaced Line 3. You can learn more about it, enbridge.com/line3.us. Well, that's going to do it tonight. Thanks to Community Co-op for being our sponsor of the scoreboard, as, again, that shows a 3-0 final. And thanks to all the advertisers, as you see them scrolling in the corner, and the advertisers we saw during our commercial breaks. If you see any of them, thank them for sponsoring and making it possible for us to do these games here on YourLiveEvent.com. YourLiveEvent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. That's going to do it from Hawley, Minnesota tonight. 3-0 sweep for Hawley Nuggets over the East Grand Forks Green Wave. I'm Leaf Bakken. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and until next time, we'll see you down the road.